Who's kind of been here, as Theo will want to say, and I'm probably sure he will say sometime during the broadcast here. Mary's been on fire last week or two, pretty much. He's not had a lot of bad games, so not only
sorry to cut you off now, Nexus. You are going to be jumping into things very quickly on map number 1 here. Take it away, boys. Enjoy it. Finish your point and have fun here on Ancient.
And well, I mean,
silenced.
we have been censored to say Mary is the GOAT, but let's see if he's actually going to live up to the name. We've got Ancient starting off. Permitta T-side, Lucky holding the line from Donut, supported by Maka, and of course, Jocko. And the bomb plan is going to be cancelled out. Maka with an accurate setup there through the smoke, and already we've got Permitta failing to pick up the bomb plant, and with Mask coming in behind. Oh, excuse me. What? Oh, okay. What the hell? My brain just deactivated there for a second. Sorry about that. But doesn't matter. Point is, it's still a 5v3, 5v2 now, 5v1 as Masked has no chance.
Well, he's not gone that quickly, apparently. Does take a little while to actually get rid of him, but there you go. Eventually, 4 players fighting him in Donut, 1 of the defused. Everything good for 3D Max. But hey, that's not still a terrible round for Permitta either, right? They do at least get that bomb plant. They can fight for this first round itself or second round. And we're seeing that force by coming out very quickly.
I mean, I really like the fact that the bomb at least got planted. For a second there, I really thought that Maka might have stopped it, because it looked like from my end. But yeah, it's going to be Permitta obviously picking up those Galils. Masked as the IGL is going to have to, I think, perhaps relegate the role of the Lurk to somebody else. He needs to be first in, potentially going for those entries, and the rest of the team refragging him rather than, you know, leaving it all up to him at the end. He's been individually a little bit less impactful overall compared to somebody else like Mary, like Beanox or Tomiko. And another factor that already CMD well mentioned here as well, Spavak as the new AWPer effectively. Has had a few great games, but likewise yesterday, not really the show that we expected out of him, right, against Big. He was a bit less impactful.
Maybe a little bit so, but either way, we're getting back into this one. We do have a couple of entries for the CT side. Mug has decided to double down while on A. Nari will get swung by double as well. Very quickly limiting Permitta's chances in this round and taking those all away. Leaving it on Spavak. At least pick up a couple of those scraps, but even so, he can't do more than 1. So for 3D Max, this is pretty much the ideal start, the perfect start.
It is.
You let that T-side get a bomb down, but they force right into it. That means, with 3D Max now winning this one, it has to be an eco. It's got to be 3-0 most likely. And with that round as well, 4 survivors, immediately that economy shoots up. And this is the chance to stabilize that economy for the near future.
This is the chance to also kind of get a bit of a bank, as you said. You know, make sure that they're going to be comfortable in their shoes if they do end up losing a round, that they don't really take too much of an L out of it. But we do have Deagles in play, and you and I both know how many times pistols make their presence known. And look at this, Mary and Mask, 2 kills for 1 each, as Maka will turn around, get this drop on Masked, as the IGL for 3D Max is currently an unstoppable force. He is yet to die, though right now I feel like his ticket is about to be punched. No! Oh, never mind.
Quick.
Very quick, very easy, well played. And 3D Max clean it up with minimal losses. I mean, yes, they lose Gravity and Jocko, I believe, but that is, let's say, still okay-ish. As Permitta, well, let's see what the plan is, right?
4K cleaned up.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff for Maka.
My man's on 8-0. 3 rounds in, and he's got 8 kills, 0 deaths. Now that is what you call perfect.
Pretty much.
I mean, he's also got a perfect smile. Look at him. I love the fact he's so happy. Like, everybody looks a little bit
5 out of 5 dentists
unhappy.
Smile, I think.
Yeah, like, my man is just enjoying life, and I really like that. That's as you should be.
A quick tech pause, however. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Something on the 3D Max side that we can tell. But beyond that, not too sure what it is, so hopefully won't be anything too bad. But yeah, this is at least a tech pulse. Both teams thinking to figure things out a little bit now. For Permitta, it's their map pick, it's their T side. And when we had them versus Big on this map just yesterday as well, we talked about, or, well, you kind of talked about Permitta saying, you know, maybe they weren't all that happy with this map. Because Big did pick it against him, but this is Permitta's home turf anyway. So, they performed yesterday on that T side, and they're going to perform today as well. I'm sure we're going to see that closer sort of game. And it could all start right here, right now. They have their hands on those weapons. Utility is there. And so is the weaponry. Spalak already on the AWP. Down to be seen on 3D Max.
Yeah, I'd love to see where Spavak goes for the entry, right? What is his game plan? Seems like ramp B, kind of the classic. But there will be a lot of counter util being thrown, boosted onto box, takes the shot now. The gig is up. They know there's an open play. Maka on middle, supported through shelf by Gravity. As it is going to be two players trying to cancel that out. Gravity's got a free kill here unless they're going to be turning around to check him. No, Tomiko, back turn, gets dropped, and it is Maka and Gravity holding the line. Though this time, as Gravity repositions, Mary is there to capitalize on it. Though Jocko makes sure that the op of Spavak is taken out of commission as Beanox gets caught as well. Mary, the man of the hour for Permitta for the last few weeks, honestly. For the whole tournament, in my eyes. Now 1v3. Gonna be really hard to play this one and find any success in it.
Yeah, he's headed the opposite way. He's gonna give this round up as well. Bomb completely other side of the map. He's not gonna try anything, just get a couple of kills here pretty much. If anyone's still struggling towards A, and there is gonna be a challenge headed his way in the form of Exercise.
Oh, look at the corner for Exercise, though. How do you ever
he's
check
not gonna
this,
check
right?
this one.
I mean, I wouldn't even mind if there was a knife on him, but nah, he just goes like, yeah, okay, free kill, sure, I'll take it. You can even see he got surprised himself a bit, right? He got a little bit startled by that.
Very reactionary flick.
Yeah. But, Permitta, you know, sure enough, not the greatest of starts. It's perhaps a little bit expected, and CMD put it. You know, 3D Max are the favorites, absolutely. Currently on a win streak that is nigh unbeatable. Having already played a series today, they're well warmed up likewise, right? They've got the mentality set for this. They won one semi-finals already.
Another one after this.
Yeah, they might have to play the finals, which brings them up to 3 series in the day. And if they do, I'm sure they won't be dropping off any of the skill level as well. In any case...
Oh. Flash was good, but the kill itself only one for Gravity. Size gets back into the cave as well to cover for this. Beanox does deliver the dropped AK right back into CT's hands for his Exercise. He's got to make sure that they're not going to take him down, and Maka needs to deliver. Sharp with white balls on the AWP. Not as much, but he's going to still connect the no-scopes when needed. And Exercise cleans himself up as well with a triple here. It is 3D Max still to keep these rounds going. It's 5-0 to start it off on the CT side. Potentially getting a little bit dangerous for Permitta at the start here.
I mean,
didn't get to see too much of their CT side yesterday. We saw still the T side. They did a whole lot of good work there.
Yeah, they did. Remind me, but the halftime was like something like 9-0, 10-0 for Permitta to start, right? So it ended up going
10-2.
Yeah, 10-2 was the halftime. Then
9-3, excuse me. Oh no, that was Permitta CT side. Excuse me. So.
Fair enough, okay.
Yeah, I thought about it for a second. I was like, wait, Big picked it against them. I just had to double check then.
Yeah. In any case,
yeah.
No worries.
But what's new?
Well, what's new right now is Permitta is looking to take mid control, finally contesting that a bit. Maka from Donut. We've got, I believe, Lucky in red. There's no counter util yet thrown. Permitta has kind of burned through all the smokes they had. Just one left on Beanox. As they... Well, one more was found, but... All eyes here on that contact in Donut. Maka. This is going to be a close call again. A no-scope. Gravity helps. Everything just kind of lines up here for 3D Max as Permitta is struck out of middle. Oof. And it's going to come down to, again, this mid-control from Tomiko as well. If he can find a kill just as he turns around, oh, the timing is perfect. Beanox swings out towards B. He's able to get the entry on Jocko, but look at Gravity. There's no way they'll consider a second player to be there as well.
Ooh. Don't have to think about it. Beanox, he does want to clear it, but Exercise has taken down Barbecue. And now they're wondering as well, where has he gone?
He's gonna save. He's gonna save. He's like, you know what? Screw this. I'm keeping the AK.
Another clutch they're not going to be able to pick up here on the Permitta side, being put down at very disadvantageous positions overall. 3D Max is doing really damn well here at the start of these rounds. They're getting an entry, double entry, making sure they keep those advantages up, and for now we're not seeing any sort of, well, any sort of fix to the problem for Permitta, so the timeout is going to be pretty, excuse the pun, timely. As we'll have to find out what they want to come up with now. Half buy on the pistols. That's most likely what they do want to go for, though. Beanox has forced up, and seems like half buy with the pistols is not what they want to do. Interestingly enough.
I hope Sydney's got a few insights for Permitta as well here. Obviously the coach of Permitta, the ex-player of the likes of Illuminar, Pact, Ago. We've seen him back in the day, but I think he quit competitive... well, he quit as a player in 22, right? Something like that. At the end of 22, I believe. In any
don't
case,
remember.
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of him, and he did pretty well. But at the end of the day, you know, he realized that his role is better fit for a coaching position. But we'll see if that helps out. The timeout has been utilized. They've got AKs on, well, an AK on Beanox, Mary on a Galil, and Teknai's on the rest. But this seems like a fast B attempt, though it fails. Gravity holds the line in Cave. Leopard, Jocko from long. The nade doesn't do massive damage, but it is enough. Jocko for a second. As Gravity's caught the counter flash there, but it does not really help. Lucky and Jocko holding the line. No way to cross. Low HP for Permitta on both players, and that is round again for 3D Max. Unstoppable, man. The French are not giving up right now.
No, they are not. It's 7-0, and I just want to mention, by the way, Maka has 2 kills on the both no-scopes, as a fun fact.
Pretty
maybe
sick.
he should, you know, maybe he should keep that up, right? Just buy the Scar at this point, if he's that accurate with those, but beyond that, I mean, honestly, Permitta, they are not giving us too much to start here. This is 3D Max, like I said, having played another game, already being wide awake. And seemingly being very good at the counter, what Ancient has as well for Permitta. Comes down to entries, Cave, Leopard, as you like to call it as well. It's not really... It's not working out. It's been Gravity, Exercise, and whoever else might have been there to stop every single time Permitta want to go there. Maybe that does cost them a player. But there's always got to be a trade. Flashbangs, entries of those sorts. At least work off the map control. That might be the sort of change Permitta might need for now.
I'd argue they need, absolutely, not just might. They need to take it. They need to start facing, or need to give a little bit more resistance to 3D Max, because so far the CTs are consistently able to keep mid control as well as that Cave Leopard. And Permitta, I don't know if it's down to utility, I don't know if it's down to timing, but they're going to have to do something about it. They're being locked in place, and then obviously going in through a single venue, right, through a single corridor of attack, being lined up for the nades and the shutdown sprays. As apparently we've got a bit of a longer technical issue here from 3D Max. We're going to be going for a bit of a server restart, and we'll be back in about 3 to 4 minutes, maybe less. See you real soon. We're back after a bit of a break, perhaps a little bit longer than a few minutes, but we are ready to continue our game, switching the servers, making sure everybody's ready to continue without too many issues or any issues at all. Permitta, right now, still down to 0 rounds, still having not found any sort of success. And Roppe, I think it's fair to say that if 3D Max continue to play as they have started off, this might just be a very quick first map and potentially a quick series, man. This is, it's getting a little bit scary now. Permitta definitely have to start picking up the pace.
Yeah, we talked about the Veto as well, with Anubis being a bit of a weak map for Permitta overall. Up next, Nuke potentially has that third as well, and with this sort of start on, well, Permitta's map pick, not one that instills a whole lot of confidence, but this round has started off pretty damn well. They've got double entries toward the A side. They've got a bomb down as well now. They've got a big flank on Max that might just make the difference here, if even necessary, because so far the CT side haven't been losing too much, but it's not just Max on the flank. There is going to be another one. Spalvacu has to defend, but right as Joko had turned, that's when the swing had come through, and now it's on to Lucky in 1 versus 2. Picks up the opening, he's thinking about it, what if one is already up close, but he doesn't know both plays are in CT, he doesn't know Masked up close. Is going to be giving up the first round to Permitta. Coming back from the break, they are feeling ready to fight, finally.
I feel like the break perhaps gave them enough of a chance to reset their mentality a bit, right? To basically forget about the 7 rounds they had lost already and just think to themselves, okay, guys, we can do it, right? We need 4 more to go. 5 in total would be a good start to the side of Ancient, even if it's not perfect. They're going to the CT side next, and we mentioned it yesterday against Big. They had a 9-3 first half on CT. No doubt they'll be looking to repeat that success today. But it's round 9. Still a bye here for the French as we kick off with Gravity finding a kill on Tomikov. And it's going to be a fast B attempt. The pop flash works, though Joko blinds himself as well. But the lineup for Gravity, as he shuts down both Beanox and Mask, comes out with the USB. Gravity, insane! And it is just the gravitational pull of this man that absolutely destroys Permitta, left with no chances as an ace for Gravity will bring back 3D Max in full force. Oh, that's got to hurt. And look at it, immediately a timeout. Oh boy.
Devastating for Permitta. Finally get around at the board immediately, made up with an ace on the B side. They are still no closer to finding any real success in the context of the actual game. The full game of this one hangs on the balance of these last couple of rounds. If they can't get enough on the board to make that second half pay off. But for now, it's pretty much an all or nothing sort of approach to these rounds. Permitta know they need these rounds more than anything else.
What's worrisome to me is the fact that they try a fast B play, right? They lose the entry, sure, that happens, but then pushing up B ramp, they get the entry on Joko. It's 4v4, you've got Gravity only to deal with, and then apparently he seems to be enough in himself, as it is going to be masked on middle. There will be no check of the close corner. Maka doesn't even need to shoot his shot. Lucky finds him. As it's going to be back to Gravity holding shelf, and surely they check this corner, right? They've got to check it. No, again, Tomiko, the same place twice. The same play works out against Permitta. The fact that they don't even look at the corner gives you odd vibes, as right now Permitta losing both rifles, and that will put 3D Max possibly onto the 9-1 course already. They are on the course for it. Joko holds, finds 3, closes it out. Oh man, that's got to hurt. Tomiko, that's twice now that he's done the same push through the smoke, trying to take shelf control, yet completely glazed over that corner on the right side. Oh.
And just like that, you are not going to be doing much on the first half if you are Permitta now. Last round as well, it was an odd buy. They still had enough money for Mary and Spalvacu to buy in this round. Lost bonus there for Tomiko and Beanox as well. Wasn't a full investment, but Permitta, they're more or less in that cycle where they're going to buy almost every single round. The problems come with the fact that if they lose this one, Yeah, well, then they got nothing. Then they're gonna have to go down to a couple of Galils or AKs without hit armor. So the minimum they would have to get here is a bomb plat, and even so, you just look at the actual scoreline. That won't do. Although, hold on, Masked? Through Donut has put himself number 1.
Yeah, holding middle. Oh, Tomiko. Yeah, gonna walk into gravity here. The black hole just keeps on taking. As B-side has been lost at least, so gravity's about to be tapped out. And a 3 versus 4 retake with an op on Maka. Not saying that 3D Max should look to save, because they've got money for the last, so a 3v4 attempt definitely will be taken. Jocko going for the long flank. It's going to take him at least 10 more seconds to get into position. And with Mary towards double doors B, he seems to be anticipating something like that, though. Jocko spots him. This is where Spavak can help out, but Jocko can't even win the first duel. That pretty much singles out the round itself. 3D Max will drop another. It comes at a bit of a cost for Permitta, but nothing they can't handle. I mean, at this point, what, 9-3, the best they can do?
I mean, we talk about the CT side against Big yesterday. They didn't manage to get 9.
Yeah.
3 would be the minimum to fight for overtime if we go by that logic.
Exactly so.
But yeah, the problem is right now they're not stepping up here. They're not matching. Tomiko's still on 1 kill. And yeah, the rest ain't doing much better.
Yeah, and, you know, speaking of Mary in the pregame, I was really expecting him to step up. And we should also say Tomiko and Vinox, another duo that has been really good for Permitta. They've always been the impact fraggers. You know, they've been performing when they need the most. For Tomiko, though, it seems like it just isn't the day. As you said, 1 kill, it's just not enough. He needs to step up. Vinox, I would love to see him pick up a few more kills likewise. Spavak, again, he's had, if I remember correctly, that series between, I'm trying to recall, was it Permitta versus Big, or was it Permitta versus, I'm double checking right now, trying to find the game. I don't know where I have it written down. Well, I'll find it later, but in any case, Spavak had one great map that I saw him in. The rest have been kind of mediocre. Meanwhile, look at this mid-challenge. Lucky so close to the smoke. And he's about to get a free kill, especially if Masked decides to push in. Oh, this is such a close call. Yep, gravity again. Just keeps on taking.
Never ending. That is 3D Max right now. It's 10 on the board for the CT side. It is spearheaded by this entire team. Maka has the insane start of the game, going 11-1. Gravity gets himself an ace. Joko has a 3K on the defense. Exercise gets 3Ks on the defense. There's no way Permitta we're getting out of this one. Now with the way 3D Max showed up right now. Out of the first half, it's gone in the blink of an eye, really. You are just left with nothing on the side of Permitta except hopes and dreams, and it's all down to this pistol here.
And they might just be consumed by Gravity's performance, because he is absolutely on fire. The closer you get, the worse it gets. It seems like 3D Max now on the T side. Arguably, perhaps a bit of a better side even at this point, as they're going to go for a fast B push, perhaps. Lucky. Well, he's prepared for B-Nox. A second player comes into the same position. Not sure what the plan here is for Permitta, but don't you dare die one by one. Worst case scenario for the Polish team. As the execution begins, B-side is now lost, effectively Masked. Can take a few pot shots, but they know where to expect him from. Second smoke onto CT short. And it's all eyes on the retake. Permitta, they cannot afford to lose the pistol. Simple as that.
As easy as 1, 2, and 3, it seems, but Mask does get stopped at 2. CT side is still putting themselves in toward the side, but the problem is they've got a tough situation ahead of them, but Tomiko has actually managed to wake up here a little bit. One of the defuse has that kit smoke deployed and USB around it. The smoke, he goes! Defiant exercise! And he has managed to get himself and his team round 3 on the board. That's the pistol as well. If they were going to have any hopes and dreams It was gonna be from this round.
And Tomiko, man, I said it. He needs to start impact, start performing, giving us impact rounds. This is definitely one of those. Being able to clutch it 1v1 against Exercise, being able to shut down the pistol for 3D Max gives Permitta the chance to maybe make this comeback possible. CT side definitely a better side for them. As we kick off with a force buy, of course, AK for Lucky, Galil for Jocko. Maka's going to be without a Kevlar as he drops that rifle. And we kick off with mid-control contested by Beanox. Gets the free kill on Lucky. That's the AK loss. That's a bit unfortunate. Gravity's made his way to Shelf as well. 3D Max could punish the mistakes here for Permitta, and the mistake is nobody was on Speedway. Nobody was helping out that donut control, or at least hold, as Mary watching the smoke. He's only good for one. That's not good enough. Now Spavak needs to deliver. MP9 in hand. Spray down complete. Not expecting Gravity to be that close. Gravity finds two. Now down to Masked and Gravity. The IGL against the newest member of 3D Max. Oh boy.
Man's taking his time while Gravity, he's just waiting for the smoke to fade. He has to read on the situation, thinking there's got to be one of the two. He wants to clear CT before too late! And that is too late! What a shot! Pops off the heads and a 1v3. 3D Max, they are gonna send Permitta to their graves with this one.
Yeah, that has to be a killing blow, right? Surely.
You cannot get out of this hole. It has been dug too deep. The wall for Permitta to climb. 13 wins in a row for 3D Max. Ancient starts off looking like they're not gonna slow down anytime soon. They want to finish off the season strong. 3D Max all over the place. Every single qualifier, they're first. CCT's fifth iteration. They're looking to get towards that chance as well. The challenge for the first place. And right now, this first map in the semi-final versus Permitta, this is just utter destruction.
Lights out. Mast preventing the bomb plant. Oh, well, he does prevent the bomb plant, but it does not change the trajectory of the round. Unfortunate enough. Tomiko, last man standing. Round that is about to be taken once again for 3D Max, as that is map point, as you called it. The pit has been dug, and at this point, 3D Max is already filling it back up with soil. Unfortunately, with Permitta being on the bottom of it. And they're just gonna tap on the ground to make sure it's firm, and then, well, that's gonna be all there is to it. Look at the pistols, look at the buy. Permitta have nothing to work with. CZ, 5.7s, and an MP9. This is the only thing they have to fall back onto. Not even a defuse kit at this point. Not that they kind of need it. They'll need frags. The defuse kit, if it comes into play, it might just be already too late. Oh, Mask. The only SMG. And this is a very straightforward W. That I just don't see this going anywhere but 13-3.
Countdown for the end is now here. Permitta, they can feel it is near. Tomiko gets blasted. Spalaku shafted, and it is all but done here. Last man stands. Vinox might as well lie down. The grave has been dug.
It's been basically filled up already at this point. They're
3D
putting flowers over it.
It has been fun. Map number 1. No question who takes this one. What a damn show out of them, and a statement. Peace.
Need to show up, and that's it. They need them to pop off like crazy, or we're gonna see a quick 2-0.
Well, pop off they have to, and good luck, boys, to not just you, but to Permitta, because they are gonna need it after that brutal map number 1. Anubis is gonna be underway now. Take it away, guys.
Take it away, we will. Nexus and I here enjoying ourselves with the games that we've been watching. 3D Max definitely a nice little surprise for what we usually see. But already starting off on the pistol, Permitta. The pistol goes well on B with the entry on Jocko. It will force 3D Max into a retake with a man down.
Quick find themselves in a bad situation. But it might just get worse as Exercise. He has managed to find at least one, but in the meantime, his teammates They're getting wiped out one after another. Permitta, they woke up. They chose violence here for map number 2. They were the straight-up B rush out of spawn, and they went for it, and they got it. And it's not even a question. It's a good effort for the team. Tomiko gets himself a triple as well, get those numbers up immediately compared to map number 1. And confidence is something that Permitta needed to show here. And if we were to put it in a nice way, they'll need to have it out the wazoo. They will need to have the confidence to fight every single time, but it's not just that. It's about having those players set up for those duels. And that's the lack that Ancient had. They didn't have those things.
Yeah,
they had players fighting, but oftentimes it was lackluster. So
that's about it.
Something
exactly.
They'll need to be ready for, and this time they absolutely are. The flashbangs dodged, the force buy out of 3D Max gets dealt with, and they know where the flashbangs came from. Lucky about to be toast.
Well,
tomorrow's barbecue.
Both in a way, with a little bit of butter on the side there, and it's going to be Permitta buttering up their T side to begin at least. Love to see it. You see Tomiko as well stepping up, getting a few kills early, making sure that he's not going to be sleeping on the job again. We've got, of course, a full eco now. 3D Max's force buy kind of falls through. But again, it is Anubis, right? We gotta... I know this has been said time and time again, and we've been repeating the same talking points a lot of times, but T-side Anubis is where you expect teams to get rounds, and many of them. And right now, Permitta, they're certainly pretty much living up to that expectation. For 3D Max on the other side, I'm more kind of trying to speculate as to what will happen on the gun round, right? How do they approach it? There won't be an op in play, most likely. As far as I can tell, there's not a lot of more money on it. Jesus,
Saying that, Lucky gets one more kill, he can drop an AWP. And
yeah,
still have Kevlar as well.
Yeah, that's the scary part, isn't it? Do you let him get that one more kill? You know what you could be dealing with up next is Babaku. Never mind.
Almost gets too dangerous. But it's still, you know, a fair bit of damage. That's okay for some of these pistols to try to deal with. But they've heard of the drop of Maka, they know where he's at now. A rotation has been made, Mary's clear day. And that is going to be the third round. All we're waiting for is that bomb plant. And seeing if maybe that CT side can get themselves any weapons for the next one as well.
Beanox just making sure that everything is tidied up. The 3D Max can't steal away the... was it the Mech 10 or was it the AK on Tomiko? I'm not even sure at that point, but in any case, Spavak, there we go. Pretty much confirms it. Gets the final. Nope, Exercise actually steals it. Fair enough. Could try with the Mech 10 to get another kill, get a bit of extra money, and I believe Lucky's still enough money in the bank to actually go for both Kevlar and the AWP. And I'm expecting that to be the case. No, not at all. Actually, Maka buys himself the A4. Full util. No defuse kit as far as I can tell. Ah, never mind. Lucky buys one. Thank you, 3D Max. It's one of my nightmares, you know. Whenever I have a nightmare, I dream of playing CT side and we don't have a defuse kit. As Permitta...
As an old proverb of the Counter-Strike world goes, don't be a loser, buy a diffuser. The Sun Tzu equivalent of Counter-Strike, whoever said that.
Exactly. It was Pasha, of course. The Sun Tzu of CS, almost. But, yeah, Permitta, great start. Living up to the expectation that we thought we'll see on Ancient, here on Anubis, certainly starting off as strong as one would expect. Masked finds Jocko.
Good
Molly to Khan. Ooh, Tomiko.
Even better.
Even better. And I think Maka is in dire trouble here. Especially
no HG, his teammates too far away. Spray and pray through the smoke is all he can do! And he does it well. Bomb gets stopped. Can't plant that easily now. They don't even have to... Okay, they're still gonna plant in the same place, so Maka did stick around.
Ballsy.
Yeah, you know, he could have stopped that again. That could have given his teammates a chance to go with the retake, but now they're just backing off instead. And HG was used just in case they could have gotten a kill out of it. Not the case, and they do back away. So Permitta, they are keeping up with a clean start here. 4-0. Already beating the score they had on map number 1.
And during the break, you know, obviously I kind of mentioned the fact that I'm a bit worried for Permitta's confidence. How does the loss of Ancient impact them? Because if it was a close call, then I'd say, you know, they're going to be confident in Anubis even more so because they know we got close, we didn't succeed, but let's do it now. But with their own map pick failing as hard as it did, surely it has to impact them at least a little bit, though the reset during the break seems to have worked wonders for their mindset. And I don't know what kind of a motivational speaker they had. Was it Sydney? Was it Masked? Was it somebody else? But everything seems to be tidied up finally, as they are really starting off on a good note. Let's see if that continues, though. The music shit yet to be fully written.
Slow start to the round. A little bit of util being used, that's about it. No one wants to be the first to swing. The 3D Max, though, already. Exercise, he's not going to have a whole lot of util to defend at the A side unless his teammate did drop him another smoke or Molotov, but I don't think that's the case. So it's going to be interesting to see how he wants to keep up that pressure and when he wants to fall back as well. Because, yeah, I would imagine quickly is the answer when he falls back. Just trading the niceties of this map here. Throw away the util, trade it back. No one is going to try to disrespect the other team. And another smoke down as well. There's a flashbang, and a Lucky can choose to swing whenever he wants to. He did dodge the flash. And with that, Mari does get lost into a main, taking away a little bit of map control from Permitta now. Making them curious about the elsewhere instead. Mask is still going to try to make this into an A play. He's got two teammates in mid, one more is going to be joining him late. But 3D Max set up in prime positions to counteract this A play. Just comes out of Sparvaku to hit this shot onto Exercise. And now there's a little bit of trouble. Maka good for one again, but Lucky's been taken down in A main, and that's where the bomb does lie. Out of mid, into Sparvaku again at the opposite good. But it does get traded, taken down, and down to the 2 versus 2 with the bomb now just freshly planted. Smoke deployed. More util to be used. The CT side don't have a way in unless they want to wait that out.
They'll have to wait even longer. Yeah, that's about 40, well, a little bit less. It's about 34 seconds off the clock additional if the smoke is going to be fully waited out. But now 3D Max decide, you know what, we can't wait. We have to go for it. There's a molly on Jocko. He can throw it into main. And the close corner by Gravity works. He's going to defuse it. It's only a few more seconds. Will he be checked? It won't be in time! As 3D Max and Jocko in tow pick up round number 1 for themselves. Permitta. Not sure what the plan was with both going into main that early. But the retake succeeds, and that is one way to bring it back.
What happened with Tomiko? The Molotov was way too deep? Was it not? It looked like it.
It did look like it, yeah. I'm not sure myself.
Yeah, whatever
honestly.
the reason, though, it has gifted a 3D Max round, and that's something they're going to be very happy about overall. As now we head into a round of a 6. Continue this one. Lucky has the XM. Again, if we're playing this one slow with Permitta, playing the game off a default, so nothing wrong with that. So on the 3D Max then to try and disrupt them a little bit. Joko's done it well to get himself the first kill of the round. And Permitta 15 to decide what they want to do. Again, the previous round as well did get a little bit close with the time. They only had so much they could do. This time, a little bit faster into mid. Sparvaku. Shadow spotted, but still nails the shot. Does get dinged by the XM. Leaving 2 players low on the T side. Now just 1. Gravity deals with the first one. Looking for the pixel in mid. Try to spot any 3D Max plays and 45 seconds left to get it. They do seem to want to head toward A.
Maka waiting for them.
Not just him. Josh coming out again. Gravity. His turn next. Edging the smoke, walking through. Even more damage again. Maka, for him, the pistol might be even better than the AWP in this scenario.
Ooh, I believe he spotted the player close to the edge there.
Oh.
That is a bit of an unlucky break. Maka
No scopes again. Come on, Maka. Oh, takes it. No chance. Twice he missed it. Stop the bomb plant. Can't do so. And now the last matter now into main. Beanox. Bomb's not planted for him. The bomb's not planted for him.
He can just defuse it.
Again? Sick to defuse this time. There is no kid. It's got to make things a lot more awkward. But Beanox, he's not running through. He's thinking he's a fake. It's 10 second stick, baby. Pros don't fake.
Oh, Jocko. What a masterful play here. And you would, exactly right, he's expecting, okay, they've got a kit, right? If he's holding it, he's going to defuse it anyway. But 10 seconds? No way he holds that for as long. He's expecting Jocko to wide peek him, to swing into him, to try and see if he can, bait a response. 3D Max, saved by the bell at the end by Jocko again, twice in a row here, that he picks up a defuse on A site. And Permitta, they're going to be hitting themselves over the head with a mistake like that. What an unfortunate development, especially when Maka is not allowed that no-scope, and it already, it already cost Beanox his life almost with the missed Glock shots. At the end of the day, timeout for 3D Max. They're certainly going to be happy with the outcome, and I think everybody's smiling as Maka is right now in his picture. Though in real life, he is a little bit less smiley, obviously. He is not happy with how it started, but he's certainly looking a little bit more content with how it's going on. Well, how it's continuing, rather. Insanity. Permitta, you can't let that happen again.
And that around as well, it was way too close. Everyone was low pretty much in that entire situation.
Yeah.
Everyone needed some miracles there, but in the end, comes down to one shot, maybe two. That could have made the difference. There a second as well before the bomb gets planted. Very close. Here again, you can see the pixel. A little bit better this time. If anyone's crossing, you can see them through the little gap there. And it always works both ways. But, again, Permitta, waiting it out.
They're burning the clock. And Gravity's taking that opportunity to clear B. The info is now available to 3D Max. B is wide clear. So the only thing you need to do is reinforce A site, and already we see Jocko moving in that position. And the problem for Permitta is they're waiting way too long in my eyes all of a sudden. Though the awaited push is expected. Tomiko!
Mask is just locked in on that angle.
Yeah. Masked is like, I'm gonna get ya, I'm gonna see ya if you're there.
Yeah, for a moment I thought he might have frozen his webcam. I wasn't moving at all either. He was just extremely locked in.
Yeah, peering his eyes right through that little pixel.
Oh no, though. Oh no.
You walk
3 on
the
A.
smoke.
It's 3 on A. Joko holds the smoke and they're gonna emerge as it starts to fade. Not even running through. Instead, the lineup couldn't be any better. Straight out of a dream for Joko. And Mary, he's backing off with 3D Max. This is what happens when you run down the clock and you have to go through. The CTs were ready. Those mid-plays, Gravity confirmed it, and they didn't even think about going back toward the B side afterward. They said, we're just gonna stick with this plan. But 3D Max, they were ready the entire time.
Oh man, even if Jocko does not get all three, as you said, two more right towards main A, awaiting for this as the shutdown is complete and perfect, really. Permitta, no bomb plant means they're down to their last buy. Mac 10 for Beanox, Tech 9 for Spavak, and the AKs for the rest. We've got a bit of a presence towards B finally, and this will be a B take. A full commitment, in fact. Gravity holding the line on main. Jocko going to be at pillar, and Maka and Con. That nade a little bit wide, but Gravity won. Gravity... Well, actually, that's Jocko too. Never mind. His lucky continues on Mary, and Jocko will finish the job. Another hat trick. As they come out swinging straight from this B defense, man. Damn, Permitta. I'm not happy with how they're just kind of looking at these basic takes, hoping that it's going to work. But then Gravity and Jocko set up the cross, and By the time the first player is able to get out, the second's already killed. Permitta just losing players before they really do anything. Ay, ay, ay. Anubis is not shaping up to be all that we hoped for Permitta. Even with a start of 4-0. Just the Eagles, though. Let's see if some magic can happen here.
Maka gets the open as well on the action. Some lineups. Maka, another one. He's playing a shooting gallery here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just a parade for him.
They're just literally walking into him.
His prize, $400. Maybe 5, actually. Hold on, let's see this. Get the ace. Easy.
2 aces, man. Gravity and Maka right now achieving that.
Oh, I don't actually say that because now I'm getting very worried this might shape up the way that Ancient actually ended up being as well, where he had a multi-kill after yet another multi-kill or an ace.
I mean, it started with Jocko having 2 hat-tricks in a row. Now it's an ace for Maka.
As well, then Gravity, Maka. Gravity's one to be 3 as well.
Yeah.
Outclassed in every way, pretty much. Getting glimpses of that now on Ancient here, or Anubis.
Well, it might just be Ancient Anubis soon. That is a very, very risky move. Doesn't end up working the way they expected it. Ooh, Mask, no way. You're going through the smoke, really. Spavak finds Jocko. But B is open. B is wide open right now for the taking. In jail already, Tomic already, though. I think he might have been seen. No, that smoke is up. Or at least was up. So right now, not that big of an issue. Maka still lining up.
Here's the flash. Gravity's playing anti.
Oh! B-Nox!
Doesn't matter.
Well done. But Lucky living up to his name. Able to catch Tomiko whilst he was repositioning. Was Maka's... B-Nox saw Maka here, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they saw each other, yeah, for
sure.
The
problem here is Mary, who's all the way on A, who could have found himself a flank onto Maka if he wanted to. The real problem, apparently, seems to be B-Nox. Him finding a couple of kills toward the B side, and now Maka's lost the track of the actual plot here as well. In 1v3, we might have to see a glimpse of that previous map's form yet again. He's been quiet about this. But unless he's gifted something, he will have to save here eventually. He can still try to punish the economy here. That's not going to be a bad play by any means. But he wants to actually make this a real clutch here. Oh. Wants to give this all he has, but jumping through into the waiting arms is going to be his downfall.
Full send. Didn't let go of W at all, even with an op on his back.
He's just a brawler, man.
He is, man. He is. His disposition, always positive. Ooh, love what Mary's drinking there. A little bit of tea.
I was wondering, what was he signaling there?
I'm pretty sure he's drinking tea. But signaling, not sure. He did look to his right side, so maybe...
Yeah, I'm wondering, is it so hot he needs to fan himself a little bit?
Maybe. Maybe there's somebody else in the room with him, right? A family member, a friend, or maybe somebody else from Permitta playing together in the same room. That's possible.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I've been trying to look, but I don't know, because I can't see the background is very clear. It's a green room. But I haven't seen that, though we don't know Spalvacu's situation. As he's, yeah, he's just cosplaying here. Showed up to work, decided to dress up for the occasion. Good nade as well.
Good nade.
Wait, the fading smokes. Lucky. He's trying to play this mid a little bit differently now.
Damn.
This ain't Elm Street. That could have been.
Freddy's calling. Let's see if Permitta is going to answer the call, or will it be 3D Max to continue? By the way, I have a feeling that perhaps B-Nox and Mary are in the same room. I don't know.
Someone smart is confirmed.
Yeah, somebody who knows better than us two. Or us three. Sorry, CMD. Oh. This is a bit of a disaster. Well played. Again, 2 kills for Jocko, 2 kills for Gravity. Lucky on that mid frag. Kinda shuts it down for Permitta. Enoch's getting caught in that position, and unfortunate for Permitta now. They are facing the music of a 7-5 potential first half for 3D Max, which is excellent, by the way, on Anubis. We have to keep in mind, this is a heavily T-sided map. I believe statistically, it is somewhere in the realm of 53% T-side, right? I'll have to double check if the percentages changed any between the last few weeks, months, but it is definitely favorable to the Ts. As in the last round, Permitta currently on 2 MAC-10s, a Tech 9, a UMP for Mary, which I love to see. And of course, a single AK on Tomiko. And here we go. Mid-control going to be contested through double doors. We are entering the realm of the divide. Exercise finds Mary. This is not going to work out. An A-split through camera, through a molly. Beanox, nice entry on Lucky, sure. But Exercise is still waiting, and he's looking to stretch his muscles. As his eyes are trained on the prize. Maka will find Spavak, and that is pretty much the end right here. Tomiko, chances are he's not getting more than 1 or 2 as the half ends 7-5. Well played and well done by 3D Max.
Yeah, a good comeback into this, considering as well it was a 4-0 start when it came to Permitta. They had a great start. But 3D Max, they are showing us they're still the ones who picked this map for a reason. That's a pretty damn good CT side overall, 7-5. Don't think anyone's going to be saying otherwise. And now, over toward the favored side. On their map pick, 3D Max, if they were to secure this in 2, that would mean they are going to have a little bit of a break, and more of a break than normal, you would imagine, for that finals. That's coming up in about an hour 20 minutes, according to schedule, so unless this one would go to a third map and potentially drag out for a little bit, we might see, well, 3D Max playing back-to-back with maybe 20 minutes of a break between the games, and that would be their third series, because currently, second of the day, this one. Though it hasn't affected them at all just yet. Here, in mid, a couple of duels headed their way. They're gonna trade things out on the CT side. As barbecue, big important kill to find. And the fact is, he's staying alive. Dropping the bomb as well. The USB's tapping away. Putting 3D Max in their place. The bomb gets dropped. They thought they had a chance, but Spavacu's the surprise party here. Second man, not expected in Temple, and it's down to Exercise. Knows his rights. But can he show us what the Glock 18 is made of? Double swing to the CT side, comes through his Spavacu. 4K for him. A big round out of a big man that we are looking at on this Permitta side as well. So far in the roster, he's been good. And that's a good round as well.
And this is one of the elements of Permitta that we expect to perform as well as an AWPer. He's there to give them the numbers, give them the kills, and exactly what Mary currently is not doing. Mary is having a tough time, and I'm a little bit worried what this could mean for this semifinals itself, though. If the rest of the squad is up and running, Mary can take a back seat. As we go to a full eco, there will be an A explosion here. Nice anti-flash by Spavak. Shadow is a dead giveaway. Mary lines them up, and Spavak finishes them off. 7-7, tied up. Permitta not going to let the CT side slide away too quickly. As here comes the first real attempt from 3D Max up against the MP9. Spavak actually upgrades into an op. I like that. I like the fact that he's thinking, okay, I'm going against AKs. Yeah, let me take that op. Screw the MP9. I'm going to give it my best. Let's see what I can do. Love the confidence on that.
Yeah, now coming to this 3D Max, this could be the way they start off the finish, Permitta, or it could be the way we head toward a nuke here. Slowly but surely still. Round 15, it starts off Spavacu making use of the AWP in mid. He's managed to find himself Gravity, who, compared to map number 1, pretty damn quiet here. Even in yesterday's game as well against Counter 5, Gravity was the MVP. He was the man. Had a great consistent performance throughout. Started off Ancient that same way. Now he's being silenced a little bit. It is, well, to be fair, he started on that CT side of an Ubis. Not known to be the most welcoming place for any statistical gain, really.
Yeah.
Still. Good game out of the couple of plays on 3D Max so far. I like this. Shifting into main. Gonna find themselves a little bit of contact in the ball of Joko and Lucky, and that is enough to get Tomiko out of position as well. Caught by the second man, Spavaku. They might anticipate the rotation, but he's already here. Could still try to poke holes in this attack. See if he can find anyone. His current target is going to be exercised, and he will nail that. Coming up in main. There's got to be a few more as well, but 30 seconds left. There's not a lot of time for 3D Max here to waffle around.
They gotta run. They gotta run fast. 20 seconds. Maka needs to make space. He is gonna be forced with that smoke to make a dastardly play through it. Oh, Maka! No way! What? You gotta be shitting me. That's not how it's supposed to go.
It's criminal.
They're expecting him here. And they will get him. Lucky and Joko.
Both. They get a Molotov it.
They can. A nade as well.
There's down Lishi as well if they want to. Mary goes through. Spavaku behind him. A big round needed yet again for Spavaku.
4K.
3 and looking for the 4th. The timing is there for Joko, however. As he's gonna make sure 3D Max, they will clinch their cheeks barely out of this one.
The fact that Maka can move through a smoke, they know he's there. They hear him. He jumps. He's expected. He's ready for it. Maka still wins the duel somehow. I don't know. I just can't wrap my head around that. And I hope we'll see a replay of it, because that was insane. The fact that he wins it is just beyond belief. And please remind me, who was on the other side waiting for him? Was it Beanox? Beanox, I think? Was it?
I think so.
Yeah. Or was it Masked? But either way, that is not how it's supposed to go. That is not at all how it's supposed to go. And 3D Max right back into it. A round lead.
I'm 90% sure it was Beanox indeed as well, but I think that was where Maka, I think he was still grey screened a little bit, but he knew he hit something at a stupid shot.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Big shots, big kills, Joko! Wants to again shut down Permitta. Couple of kills toward the A side, and rotations will have to be made. They'll have to be forced some way. And 3D Max, they also know that much. Plenty of util here as well for exercise. He's got to join up with his teammate. Double swing. They spot Spavaku. And he's not alone. Him and Tomiko. Caught in heaven. The timing is there. His exercise is his turn now to shine. Look to secure themselves around up at 9. He's only matched in 1v5, and you know how this one goes. A story as old as time. Even monikered this one Jame time.
Same time indeed. Virtus Pro. Yesterday, losing against Navi, in fact. Getting absolutely clapped.
Nice.
But, Permitta might just go down the same route here. If things don't shape up to improve. No saved weapon. Nothing. Whew. I'm still in disbelief. It should not have been even 8-7. It should have been 8-7 in favor of Permitta instead of 3D Max, now 9-7, obviously. That one round changes everything. That one round destroys Permitta's confidence and potentially their whole chance, or any chance really, of making it into the finals itself.
Yeah, the CT side's already hard enough to play as it is, and you lose a round like that. God damn.
This is double digits for 3D Max. There's not much Permitta can do. Basically, they can look for some exit frags, maybe a little bit of damage, or a weapon to save, but beyond, hard to imagine.
Shooting gallery yet again presents itself.
Look at the confidence. 1 HP on exercise, pulls out the Glock, just keeps on shooting. This is it.
Problem. Again, that's another 3K, by the way, for Joko.
Yeah. 21 kills. My man is enjoying himself right now. Yeah. Savage. Brutal. Wrecked.
Well, that's not the right order, but sure. As you say.
Brutal Savage Wrecked. Is it that? Yes. It is, right?
Yes.
Red Eye said it. Yeah, of course. Regardless, 3D Max is currently in a very euphoric state. I feel like they just take these wins as a given all of a sudden, because everything just kind of clicks for them. Everything comes together in a beautiful poetry, beautiful rhyme in a way. Asked. That nade unfortunately doesn't do much. Jocko realizes it's being thrown. Steps away at the right second. And Permitta is being locked into this perpetual state of not being able to get any information at all. I mean, Beenox is playing mid short. They've got A main deep control as well, which helps. But the fact of the matter is, 3D Max is consistently making them, you know, overthink every single play. As Mary will finally swing out, find exercise, but the B push is now in motion. Smoke into Temple.
There's a lot of good information to work off of Permitta as well. You can see they make the rotation of Spalvaku immediately as well.
Yeah, it is.
Reinforce the B defense with 40 seconds remaining. 3D Max, their sights have been set toward the site. Couple counter flashbangs, a little bit of util to try to help out Mast in this situation. He does reposition. Has been seen, they know where he's at, and the Molotov does home in on his location. But he still managed to get one out of it with Tobico and Tote. It's a double. Yes, another one of the CT side. Seems like they are going to manage to get themselves another on the board. This time is Mary to deliver triple. As we're seeing multi-kills left and right here. Permitta, thanks to a lucky start, they managed to get something on the board to slow down 3D Max. As like you said, they've been locked out of these rounds. Information's not been given. That's the change-up they needed. A little bit of aggression out of A main. But even so, that as well could have very quickly turned sour. Had someone else been watching A main. Had someone have been there to cover exercise, I think it was. Could still be a little bit different, but for now, we set our sights on round number 19 instead. This is where we're going to see 3D Max spend a little bit of that economy they still have remaining. Again, same setup. And exercise is ready for the aggression. Look at the pre-aim as well with the flashbang. Ready for it. Maka helps, and now instant adaptation out of them. Last round they got slapped by the setup. Now they say, nah, get out. Not twice you're going to do this to us.
We can see right now Beenox sees the man of the hour. He needs to pull up a massive double or a triple regardless, and unfortunately it just doesn't work out because his teammates are dying on the other side of the map as they're trying to rotate through canals. It's going to be exercise to take a few pot shots. Actually tags him down to 2 HP. And look at Lucky. He's like, buddy, you want to take a fight? Well, come on, let's go. Let's party. Oh, that nade
is a real frag grenade, huh? That's a real party.
Yeah, the party's about to begin because the final time is here, man. This is it. Permitta, they have to go for an eco. I don't see a force working, unfortunately. They have to let 3D Max go to 12 and then try and pull it into OT. Force up here, lose it, it's over. It's done for. You're out of options. And, of course, Permitta, as they usually do, force up, single rifle, 2 MP9s, Deagle, and a CZ. I'm not a fan. I think they should have tried to push into OT. But hey, maybe they can make it work. Maybe. Hopefully, I'm mistaken. Gonna be relying on inferior weapons and a single player with that actual M4. It's a giveaway as well. They heard the M4 shoot, so they know it's a full buy. Permitta, they're counting on this to work.
Is Molotov Beenox was thinking, can he walk through the edge of that smoke? Or Molotov? The answer is no. He does have to back away because of it. And 3D Max, they look to take a little bit of control now. This is what Permitta were really good at on the T side. This is what they were, well, given a lot of the times, actually. Only a few times we saw Lucky fighting for that mid control, in all honesty. Oftentimes was those rotations. Timing for the smoke is going to be important as well for Beenox. At the same time, fighting for a little bit of B main control. Or A main,
Interesting choice for Exercise to smoke himself off there, looking to preserve his life.
Falling back, though. I did say, okay, yeah, fighting fall B main control as well. Here's Tomiko.
Yeah, it's going to be Tomiko against Lucky.
Going
to be masked in con. B9 close range. He's only good for one as Tomiko does find Lucky. That's a massive pickup. Beanox from the flank. Exercise. Then Gravity though they reply. 15 seconds. They have to hit a piece still. Then it's down to Tomiko to hold the line. He cannot let them cross. Pop Flash forcing him off the angle. First contact is unfortunately negative in Exercise. He's stacked up, still wins the duel, and 3D Max pick up the 12th and the series point now. As it is all or nothing in that buy for Permitta. They're left, unfortunately, with less than nothing. They're left with 2.4k in the bank. Enough to go for MP9s, and that's it. Technical timeout. Mary disconnected. Hopefully, nothing too serious.
Yeah, just tie him down for a moment. Hopefully, he'll be back in just a, less than a minute.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, yeah, this is daunting for Permitta. Now, in this situation, they lost their own map pick devastatingly, so 13-3. And here in Anubis, things have gotten at least better. As CMD said, it couldn't go any worse, surely. It hasn't. It's gone better. That is the second half where they've only managed to get themselves, 3 rounds on the board. As 3D Max, they put up a great CT defense, 7-5. And Permitta, unfortunately, not living up to it at the moment.
The problem I'm seeing is the fact that, 5 rounds T-side Anubis, that's just not gonna cut it. Right? We gotta be honest here. They needed a little bit more. They needed that 4-0 early start that Permitta had to transfer into potentially 5-6-0 to at least get that foothold on the halftime. And with the pistol win, it was massive, right? Permitta, making themselves known, making themselves be a bit more feared perhaps in the eyes of 3D Max. But then it comes down to Maka pushing through a smoke. A single mistake by Beanox. And I wouldn't even call it a mistake, like a massive mistake. He was expecting it. He just didn't hit the shot. Whether inaccurate, whether too slow to react. Point is, Maka gets the kill. It goes down to a 2v2. And in the end, Permitta are locked out of a vital round that brings it back for 3D Max fully. And it hasn't stopped since. Everything just coming apart. This is it. Now or never. 4 in a row. And they're having to play with the MP9s and a scout for Spavak.
Yeah, a culmination of 13 wins in a row for 3D Max.
About to be
13
14.
series wins. Not just map wins, but series wins.
Yep.
They're looking to make it a 14. And Permitta, they're starting to get a little bit desperate. Good pop flash. It does slow down the CT aggression a little bit, but it still does arrive. In the form of a scout out of the MP9s up close, but Joko does take care of them. He's been the man of the hour here on map number 2. 23 kills. He might end the series with that. But Mary and Beanox, they're looking to keep the series alive and going for a little bit longer. Gravity stuck in main. Both players known now. Immediate reaction, smoke deployed, nades as well. The CT side, they cannot get close. An AK as well being picked up for Maka, a little bit more firepower. Molotov behind the smoke. Forced them to walk through. Forced them into Exercise. As that's one. And last man, his days are numbered. Taken down eventually. It's going to be Exercise to lock this grand final spot for 3D Max.
GG.